Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick um, tour of my off-road trailer that I tow behind my camper, behind my truck and four-wheel camper. So this is a basically 10 foot by 5.5 foot wide Montrose trailer. Really great company out of Michigan that they'll custom make anything any aluminum trailer for you. You just give them the specs and they'll price it out and build it for you. And their pricing was pretty competitive. So just a quick shout out to them because it was such a good company to work with. But like I said, this is 10 foot long, 5.5 foot wide. The wheel wells are inset into the trailer so that the track width matches my truck. And then the height is around 5 foot interior dimension. And you can see the hinges up front. That's so that the overall top of the trailer can hinge up and allow you more access room inside, just in case you're trying to get a bigger bike or want to walk inside there. The trailer as a whole is sitting on 35-inch tires, and then I have the 35-inch spare up front along with propane tank and some extra water. The tongue is pretty standard. It's just a 2-inch ball coupler. The tongue material, I think that the upper material there, the upper aluminum, is 5 inches tall by 3 inches wide. The bottom, plus an extra C-channel on the bottom, which is 3 inches wide, but I think 2 or 2.5 inches tall. And that goes all the way back to pretty much down the whole first half of the trailer. And then he also has some additional aluminum angle welded on at the interface between the tongue of the trailer and the body of the trailer. As for the suspension, the axle I think is a 5,500 pound Dexter axle, has a 4-inch drop on it, and that's basically just so I could keep the ride height when it's on the ground low enough so that we can use the kitchen that's in this, and I'll show you that in a couple minutes. But it also gives me the same bolt pattern as my truck, which is a Ford F-250, so that's an 8-lug trailer axle with slightly larger 12-inch brakes, which helps going down the road with the extra rotating mass of these 35s. The original trailer came with a Dexter axle, but that really only gave about 1.5 inches of suspension travel. So I modified it and put on leaf springs. These leaf springs are from Chevy, the back end of a Chevy pickup. On the internet, they're normally called like 62-inch Chevy springs. They came from most Chevy pickups from like 62 from 82 or 83 all the way up to the mid-90s. So they're really prevalent at junkyards, things like that. And what that does, it gives me about 8 inches of suspension travel up and down. You can see the bump stops are set up about 8 inches, 9 inches away from the frame. So it really does a lot to help it ride smoothly down the road. One of the biggest limitations of this originally was that when you were going down Forest Service roads, really bumpy roads, and the back roads or things like that, you really had to slow down more because of the trailer than you did the truck, because the thing would be bouncing all over the place when it had the Dexter axle. Nice axle for the highway, but once you get on really rough roads, it really, the limited articulation really kind of hampered things. So these springs work really well. They're really soft. The only negative about that is that you have to run them with shocks. So I have a nice set of 5100 Bilstein shocks that seem to work really well. And then the other thing I did, because the trailer's a little top heavy with the motorcycles up there, when I bring my big motorcycle, that's probably 700-800 pounds just of motorcycle and gear in the trailer, not to mention the kitchen that I'll show you in a little bit. But I had to put a sway bar on there. So this sway bar is from a Jeep TJ. It's a aftermarket version that's kind of meant to be more sporty, I think is what they called it on there. So it's a little thicker than a typical Jeep TJ sway bar, but it fits really well in between the frame rails on this trailer, and the bracket and everything worked out really well. So that's what I'm using. The rest of the trailer, for the most part, it's just a large ramp door in the back. Let's see if I can fit that in the camera. So that's just a ramp door, hinges on the bottom, take off the locks, and the whole thing drops down from the top. You can literally just ride the motorcycles, bicycles, whatever you want, right inside of it. And then on this side, you can kind of see, let me see if I can get around the lift. So you can kind of see that door there. That door is where our kitchen is. So once I get it down off the lift, I'll open up that kitchen, because we're getting ready for a trip next weekend. So we'll open up that kitchen and start packing food and things in there. So I'll add on some additional tour of that. So be right back with you. All right, took the trailer down off the lift. On this side you can see that we have an awning up top. It's a 10-foot awning, comes out around 6 feet, so it gives a lot of nice rain protection if you're using the kitchen or just to get out of the out of the sun or out of the rain during a bad camp day. And then right here, like we were saying, this is the kitchen area. Has the hot dog cart sticker on it just because a couple of my friends make fun of me because the thing looks like a hot dog cart. But I recruited some help from my wife to come out here and show the kitchen off. So Michelle, why don't you come in, open up the kitchen for us. So here's the basic kitchen. It has a couple drawers up top. Up there we can keep all of our dry foods in the left-hand side, and then just plates, pots, everything like that. In the bottom we have a propane grill as well as a partner cook stove. The partner cook stove we use from the, we wire up to the propane tank on the front of the trailer. The Weber grill, we just use a little 1-pound containers that we always bring with us for lanterns and stuff like that anyway. In the drawers, nothing special, just silverware drawer and miscellaneous supplies on this side. Usually we keep all of our bowls, coffee making utensils, and all the normal kitchen stuff on the left-hand side. And then in addition to that, when the lift isn't in the way, this door folds completely back and gets latched to the trailer. And then we have this fold down table that comes down as a work surface. So typically we'll pull either the grill or the stove out, put it on here on one corner or the other, and then use this as our main food preparation area. When the kids are around, that's where they put their drinks and their snacks during the day, things like that. And I think that's pretty much it. So once I open it up later this week to put the motorcycles in it for our next trip, we'll do a little video of the inside and add it to this at the end. And then check the links for the tour of our 4-wheel camper and F-250. Thanks everyone. Say bye.
Bye.